And today we're reacting to Plaqueboymax Hates His Friends. I think this is in relation to a certain beef that he had with a rapper recently that I think he got cool with, and looks like DH is just kind of exposing, like he kind of normally does, these people for their morals and values as they get bigger. That being said, let's get into it, man. Let up.
Plaqueboymax and Jace have reignited some beef, but honestly it's looking like Max is low-key just a bad friend, and I'm peeping parallels between this and the
I have not seen Buddy since his elimination. What, a year ago? Yeah, his situation, man. A tough one, but he brought that on himself.
Tay situation. Because I'm gonna be real, I have to side with Jace, and obviously we all know Jace is a bit of a hothead, but I want to take a more human approach, especially after watching his response and even an older video which I'll be referencing, because I've come to the conclusion that Jace is just a little misunderstood. And I think Max took advantage of that for content, which we seen with the Tay situation. When Tay originally got outed as a snake, I feel like people chose to purposely ignore the excessive bullying and how Max can and has used people close to him for content. And before you say Tay was harassing women, guess who kept being friends with that same women harasser for years? While we can condemn Tay and Jace for the actions they've done, keep in mind the equivalent exchange and the cause and effect. Two concepts that tell you if one thing happens, so will another. In this case, if you poke the bear, it will wake up, my nigga. So let's just talk about the questionable relationship Max has with content and how Jace was unfortunately another piece of food the audience was meant to consume. I'ma quit yapping. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's start. Comment for the algorithm. So this whole situation starts with a phone call between a man named Crack Baby and Jace. A phone call Max facilitated. I ended up going through an entire deep dive on the situation, and I've come to the conclusion that Max probably is not the best friend you can have. I'm not here to make any grand judgments of anyone's character, but this is the second time I've seen Max turn a friend into content, and then when they retaliate, it's an issue. Let's just take a look at the call between Crack Baby and Jace. But before I show you the call, I do want to mention there is a part where Max says something along the lines of, "We caught Jace in a good mood, so we won't crash out." And this is something Jace himself corroborates, and honestly I could stop the video here because that's pretty weird. The implications are that Max was looking for a crash out from Jace, which means he's acknowledging that he's trying to use his friend for content. And by the way, my bad for the quality being poor. Max deleted the video off his channel. All the footage I'm using, except for Jace's response, are re-uploads.
He's way too happy. I wish he was off a bogey. Yo, this is a nigga that bro, I don't know who you are, bro.
So this is Jace saying he doesn't know Crack Baby, which makes it even weirder that off the gate as a grown man and with the context that Max is quite literally thirsting for a crash out.
I see what's going on. So he's putting his mans up against somebody that's clearly gonna troll him to put him in a situation to make him get turned up so he can, you know, get his chat lit and everybody laughing and have a good time by getting his mans upset. That's just not cool. I'll say that's not cool. None of my people would ever put me in a position where I feel like I was getting disrespected and then put me in front of somebody just to see me flash. Like, nah, they're not moving like that.
This is normal. I also want you to hear how Max is laughing and giggling as Crack Baby.
But it's probably really just not really his man's like that. You feel me? It's probably just what it is.
Literally like, berating Jace, talking about his baby mom, and talking about how his kids are hungry. Because that's something normal to laugh about when your friend is getting disrespected.
Go pick up a job, go feed your kids, nigga. Them niggas hungry. You got an OnlyFans, that shit not selling, your music not selling, your streams not hitting.
And I'm only pointing it out because
I can't get behind that one. That's a dirty game right there. That is bro, why you got me on the phone with this nigga, bro? Playing with me like that. Who was baby? Nah. And then he got the camera to him. Like, yeah, this is nasty work. I can't lie.
Jace's call with Max is gonna talk about how he basically has Jace's back and how he has Jace's best interest in mind, which is not those exact words, but that's what I felt like Max was trying to convey. But the only reason Jace knows Crack Baby is because apparently he had hate rated him.
I'm not gonna lie, Jace, when I seen the clips, I thought you was talking like that because this nigga had said something to you. I didn't know you had no idea who he was.
Nah, he had hate rated me. I was like,
Wait, Bill, you hate rated him?
No, I can't really say that's on Max to know that Jace got hate rated, but I feel like this is even more of a reason to not set your friend up to be verbally harassed by someone who doesn't like him. But the conversation continues, and obviously Max is eating this stuff up until Crack Baby says he wants to spit on Jace's kids.
Oh,
right, fuck my kids. Watch how you get talking like that. Niggas in front of you. Alright, right. Spit on the little ugly niggas in front of you.
And after this, Max tries to stop everything, but honestly, you can't.
that ain't it. I can't put you after nothing like that. Again, people got different morals and values, bro. I think you don't start really. I don't think you really you really feel them type of insults, even if they're not directed towards you, until you either have a child, you got a child on the way, or you got little brothers that you came up, like you might have raised little brothers, or you just see how precious your child is. I don't think you really feel like niggas can laugh at that, because something like that, but yo, no, watch out, bro. And that's one of them where somebody else can't get behind that. That's not funny to them. You know what I'm saying?
Can't stop two angry niggas who are arguing. Last time I tried, we almost got shot, but that's a story for another day. But eventually, Crack Baby gets off the phone, and that's when Jace and Max have their own conversation. And this is when things get very telling for me, because I think it's easy for the internet to dismiss Jace because of how he is. He's a hothead. Nobody likes hotheads, not even me. But it's not fair because Jace was antagonized and they attempt to weaponize his anger against him. That's how they dismiss him. And like I said before, the video got deleted, and the general consensus was that it was deleted because this nigga Max kept getting fried by the comments. So let's look at it.
Came in my stream and started talking about my baby mamas and tried to hate raid me.
But why though? Yo, Bill, why did you do that?
And he was still talking. Why would what?
Why did he do that? Like, for no reason?
Bro, duh. What the? I don't know him. Are you crazy, bro?
Okay.
So once again, Jace confirming this guy just hate rated him, and honestly, in my opinion, anything Jace says to a nigga who exerts energy to hate on him is justified for the most part. And I also want to say, assuming what Jace is saying is true, which, you can doubt Jace's words if you want, but if Crack Baby literally came into the stream for no other reason than to insult the mother of his kids and to spread negativity, that's psychotic. And Max instigating that is equally psychotic. That's really weird energy. That's very sinister, no doubt.
Yo, Jace, I said, yo, you want me to add him to call? You said, yeah, I guess, sure.
But what was entertaining about that for you? Like, what was your main thing? Because I don't know the nigga, and if I never responded to him, everybody could see that from a mile away.
Now look, did I start this? Yes, 100%. I started this, me, Plaqueboy. But when I asked you, I would have never added him to the call if you ain't greenlighted. So I would have never added the nigga. Why did you greenlight it?
I don't know who he is.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, I started this. I wouldn't have added him if you ain't say, yeah, let's get on the phone with him. That is true. That's real. You just said that, hey, I did. But I also asked you, hey, can we blah, blah, blah? And you said yes. So, because of that, come on.
If I don't know who he is, how I know he gonna join talking about like all that?
Oh, okay.
Nah, yeah.
Max does admit that it's on him that all this happened, but I will say, to his credit, he did show Jace these messages from Crack Baby before he added into the call to like preface what he was getting into. And honestly, if a nigga talking like
you see this, it's like, man, what's up? I ain't getting on this shit with them. Or I'm getting on here because I want to wolf too. Right.
This, I wouldn't join the call. So Jace, you're a little dumb for that. But also, we can all agree that joining a call to berate someone you don't know is psychotic behavior. That's not normal. So can we blame Jace for not knowing that he'd do that? Probably not. But still, he's still dumb for joining after seeing those.
Yeah, and he saw the messages. So hold on, let's take a step off Max for a second. Yes, I'm trying to get my content. I'm trying to do this, but I also asked. I didn't just randomly, you know what I'm saying?
Messages. But Jace also explained that he thought Crack Baby was going to explain why he had beef with them and why he didn't like them, which again, a little dumb, because the way Crack Baby is typing in the messages, he seems like a hate bot, like literally just a Twitch chatter who hates on people. So you can't really expect logic from that. It's really up to how you feel about this part, whether or not Jace seeing these messages and joining makes it okay that Max facilitated that. It's up to you. But me personally, I still think it's weird here because this whole situation kind of points to the fact that Max was looking for a crash out, and I feel like that says enough about how he pictured the call going.
You hit my phone on nothing positive. That's what I'm telling you right now. You had no moral. You had no motive. That's what I'm saying right now, bro.
Nigga, you know what my motive was? For y'all niggas to argue. Nigga, duh. What the f? I just told you I made this happen. It was me. Why do you hop on IG Lives to argue with niggas, gang?
Hey, look, you called me for TikTok clips. This is the worst time you could have did that.
I guess the mask slipped, but also comparing it to arguing on IG Lives is just so different. And Max is gonna keep trying to compare setting up his friend to be berated to Jace willingly putting himself in these situations. It's really just consent versus not consenting. If Jace is arguing on IG Live, he's choosing to do so on his own volition. And in this situation, regardless of how you feel about him, I don't think Jace wanted to spend his time being berated by a guy who he really doesn't.
I think so too, but at the same time, bro, he saw that. I'm starting to lean back over to the Max side, like, yeah, I did do this. He's telling you, yes, I did do this for y'all to argue, for to see this and to laugh and joke and, you know what I'm saying, get my clip off. But I also did show you this and get your, you know, like you said, your green light to do so.
No, I'm not gonna lie, this video is looking like it's getting kind of long. So we're just gonna do a speed round and just get through the rest of this call.
Bro, he go on live and say, I don't really with this nigga Max, all type of other y'all know that. He is literally up. This up on Twitter everywhere. Saying crazy shit about niggas. Y'all know this. This literally happened a couple weeks ago. Facts. Y'all know this. Niggas literally moving different, acting like they don't fuck with me. Okay, if you don't fuck with me, I'm gonna treat you like content because you're content. You know how many times I've helped this nigga out with but now I'm not your mans because I'm trying to get content just like you are. We're not bros. We not boys. You don't call me, I don't call you.
My guess is that Jace,
this is not his friend, and that's what I was saying. This probably not his man. I literally said that. This is probably not his friend. They don't call each other. They don't talk. We content to each other straight up. He was real.
Feeling like Max is slimy, and I'm not too knowledgeable on the ins and outs of their relationship. I do know they've had kind of back and forth beef for a while. I know Jace is a bit of a hothead, but if y'all are really not cool, why would you continue to stay in contact with them? But Max also contradicts this later and says they're cool, but they're not bros because they only met like twice or something. So it's just really confusing relationship.
I mean, that's not very confusing at all. So we cool, but you're not we're not my dog or my partner, like we close, like we cool though. I know everybody got somebody like, oh yeah, we cool. We not friends, like, you know, I wouldn't go as far as saying we friends, buddy and stuff, but we're cool. I think that's pretty easy to understand.
Dynamics. But just on some mature stuff, why are you turning a strained friendship into consumable content for masses? I think that's a very weird content creation thing. Like the nigga really said, I don't mess with them, so of course I'm gonna use them for content. Niggas not finna act like that's normal to say.
That was different.
I did try to go and search for any clip related to Jace talking about Max in recent times, but all I found is something related to Summers, and guess what? It was Jace once again saying Max be acting messy and doing shady stuff.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back again, and I've been putting a lot of people on to this program called Free Cash for a while now. Check out one of my supporters that had the biggest payout that I've seen yet from all the DMs y'all sent, and I promise you they've been hitting me up saying that they've tried it and it's worked. They've been getting cashed out, and I love to hear that because it genuinely actually works. And don't think I have not been seeing y'all's comments saying things like it doesn't work, Dior supporting a finesse, they're trying to take your data, and it's not true at all. And the fact that y'all would think that I would even put that on a video to get y'all finessed is wild to me. But hey, first off, Free Cash does not sell your data. They strictly track your progress to make sure you can get paid. Only sign up with an email and password and give no personal information, so I don't know what y'all are talking about. Here's how it goes. You sign up through my link, and inside you see a list of apps and games. Download them, play, and beat the levels that they tell you. That's the key. You gotta complete the requirement. And once you hit the level, the system credits your account. And every time you finish, you get real money. Cash out to your PayPal or get a gift card, while it also being free of charge. The games pay Free Cash to get new players, and Free Cash just shares the money with y'all for trying it out. It may take a little time to get a huge payout, but if you're gonna be on your phone playing games anyway, you might as well make $5 to $10 doing the same thing. I don't want to hold y'all any longer, and I hope I've cleared up some things if you've been sitting on the fence. Hit the link, try a few games, and then DM me. Let me know that you've been winning, actually getting your money. Like I showed y'all earlier, bro made $1,000 off of Free Cash. I'm not promising that's gonna happen every day for y'all, but the fact that there's a possibility for doing something that y'all already do should really be all the convincing that you need, bro.
maybe your chat want to vouch for me, maybe your chat don't want to vouch for me, gang. But there do be little slicks you be doing, just like for example, when you FaceTime me, bro, you purposely lean forward and put that nigga Reno on the camera with me, bro. Like, you so weird for that, like, and they don't see from our perspective. So it's like
he laughing dead in buddy face too.
It's like you literally lean.
Mind you, during this clip, Max is laughing about Jace expressing what makes him feel some type of way. That's not okay.
Again, that's not his man's. It's not his man. He don't respect him as his friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. Shit, nigga. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? He don't respect him at his man's though. That's the reason why he get off on him.
You know I'm the last nigga to do no weird do that, bro. I dare be looking out for you. You know this, nigga. So don't try to play no industry Illuminati on a nigga. You a weird nigga for that. That's weird. You chatting.
That's what triggered you. So that's what triggered you.
Look, all I'm gonna say is that a hit dog will holler. But in terms of Max being the last person to do weird stuff, the whole situation is a contradiction to that. Like, obviously, I agree Jace is dumb for joining the call, but Max himself already said he wanted niggas to argue and he expected a crash out. And he said he's using Jace for content because they're not cool. So what is Buddy on about?
I understand him talking about your kids is crazy. That shit not cool. I ain't think he was gonna say that. That shit not cool. I told him he need to chill. But don't spin this shit on me like that was me. No, nigga. You should have never said at him, bro. That don't make no sense. So then why did you want to do a rematch with Tusi? Jace, this nigga violated you and your kids. Why did you want to do a rematch with Tusi if you're not cool?
Some he said over the internet's really gonna make me mad.
Now this is the last part of the call I want to address because I want to explain something. Max is questioning why he took the brunt of Jace's anger, and then he referenced the diss wars and attempted to compare that to the call with Crack Baby. Is it not logical to be upset with the guy who you think is your friend setting you up to get berated? Also, diss wars is content. We all know Jace crashed out, but that's stuff he chose to be part of. Like I said, consent versus not consenting. That's vastly different from getting a call from your mans and he got a dude who's on go ready to berate him. Also, dissing in music is just rap culture. Everyone was sat for Kendrick versus Drake, but this wasn't music. This was just a grown man disrespecting Jace and his family and his baby mom.
I know, but Tusi did the same thing though. Just because he did it on a beat, like, I don't know, it still hit like shit. It would have hurt my feelings same as it Buddy doing this. Probably would have hurt more since we rapping about like you making that to a song and everybody dance. Oh damn! This is just like damn, like this nigga, what the like this nigga disrespectful. Like, oh my god, he disrespectful as fuck. Buddy right there made it into a tune with music. You know, music make the soul move. So everybody, oh my god, that would have hurt my feelings more.
That's weird. That's so weird. And guess who facilitated it? But the rest of the call is just Max refusing to see Jace's perspective and even having his dad come on stream to talk to Jace, which in my opinion, kinda weird, maybe disrespectful because it was a them conversation, but okay. Now let's take a look at what Jace had to say. And then I'm gonna wrap this stuff up because god damn, this video long as hell, twin.
Max knows I'm not mentally right. Max knows my mental is all over the place, bro. And he wants to try and use that to his advantage, bro. Keeps trying to use my mental for laughs and giggles so he can get views, bro. No, I got real mental problems, gang.
He need to take accountability. Like, yeah. Like, it's the thing, though. He said he's trying to use my mental, like, if that's what it is, then why are we even answering this nigga's calls? Like, if you feeling like that, why are we even answering the nigga calls to get on here and do things like that? Like, you at the end of the day, you are a grown man though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you are a grown, adult, capable male. You feel me? Sitting on here like you are grown, you are mentally stable enough to cut a stream on and do this and answer the phone and talk to this person. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't grab you by your head and say you gonna sit on here and get on this phone. So with that, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, you're gonna have to say, yeah, like I feel like as a good way to go about situations and live your day to day, it just makes it easier on yourself and it builds your accountability muscle is by saying, or is by having a this is my fault mindset. right? You're accepting everything as your fault. You know what I'm saying? My cousin was helping me set my room up. He hit over my speaker. It hit mark my wall up and my door up. And I was like, dang, bro, you know, want him to watch out. But I'm like, and honestly, I shouldn't have put it right there for knowing he a little bit like he don't really be seeing his surroundings like that. Knowing that and asking for my help, I should have moved all this stuff out the way anyway. That's my fault, right? That's just an example. So with these situations, it's best for you to be like, man, that's on me for even getting on the phone with this nigga. Knowing that how he moving, I shouldn't even have did that. This is a lesson for everybody.
Stay the f on my phone with that bullshit.
So yeah, Jace is a hothead, and I think that's annoying. I think there are times when Jace goes too far. We all agree, Jace can be a dick, but mental health is something I take seriously. Max knows Jace. He also knows he be a hothead, and if he wasn't lying about being the last person to do any weird stuff to him, why would he put his hothead homie in a position to be berated? That's weird, is it not? Part of being a good friend is recognizing how your friends react to things, and
but they're not friends.
Max ain't do that. He facilitated it.
A little sorry is not gonna let this blow over for me, bro. I'm going to make sure everybody knows I was sitting in this chair in my own bubble until this called me and disturbed my peace for his own personal gain because he knows I'm not mentally right. I don't give a f. And you sat there on camera and confidently said that I'm not your homie.
Also, Max did eventually apologize, and I'll show you guys the apology at the end because I'm not here to be biased, but I just want to point out that Jace is clearly upset. And how I see it is that from his perspective, despite his gripes with Max, he considered him a friend. So the comment about him not being his
that's upsetting. Like, I did consider you a friend, but then you coming out saying this, that's like, damn, you know? Like that would hurt my feelings too. I ain't mad at it.
Bros hurt him, and I really do feel bad, and I encourage the people watching to just have a heart and see there's a disconnect in the reactions. Jace is over here expressing hurt and what looks like betrayal, while Max was viewing this entire interaction through the lens of content. That's why I'm on Jace's side. It's beyond.
I can respect that. I can respect that for sure. I can see that side.
Content. It's a real life, real deal friendship, or at least it was.
Look how Kai Cenat has ever spoke on me. Look at how I Show Speed has ever treated my music. Look at how Ty Lil calls me. Look at how Ty Lil speaks to me. And Ty Lil called me and be like, look, this is why I'm just gonna show you that it's not a Jace thing, bro. Ty Lil will call me and be like, yo, top kid, top all this shit, music is fire, bro. What you working on? I need it, like whoop de whoop Jace, bro. You the best artist ever. And then Max calls me, and then like last night happens. You feel me? Max calls me and then like last night happens. You feel me? There are people out there that respect me, bro. There are streamers out there that me, bro. And then you openly said, Jace is not my bro. Jace is not my homie. But that is?
Alright, Jace, chill, twin. Niggas don't gotta glaze you, but I do understand what you're trying to convey. There's people who hit him up with positive intentions, and by Max's own volition, his were not, and it's palpable. It's also crazy to say Jace ain't his mans, but Max could claim the guy who berated him as his mans. That dude told Jace he would spit on his kids, and Max talking about that's the bros. That's weird, twin. Let's keep it real.
I'm not the negative motherfuckers paint me out to be, bro. I'm not mentally well, and motherfuckers use that to their advantage, bro. I'm letting that be known right now, bro. I take hydroxyzine and paroxetine, bro. I'm on mental health medication, bro. No, I'm not mentally well, so they abuse that, bro. I don't give a f no more, gang. And you took the video down. The last thing you should have did was me wake up to you saying sorry, and you took your video down. No, don't tell me sorry. You can tell me sorry, but leave your video up, bro. Let my see the real you, bro. You know I'm not mentally well. I take medicine for this shit. And you called me for clout, bro. You called me to get my... Stop, gang. You get to live your life and be successful. You get to be out the way. This wake up this morning not giving a f last night. I woke up this morning like last night got me up. What are you talking about, bro? And that's what playing with people's emotions do, bro.
Now
That's real. That's real. One nigga, that's such a little situation he go on. But that's area. That's not just, you know, that's a lot of people's situations. Nigga might go on and you know fuck somebody's whole head up with what happened the day prior. That's real. For
I
sure.
know I make super negative commentary slop, whatever. I know niggas can cook me for it, but I want to be clear.
You're good,
I be trying to see the heart
brother.
in
Yeah, super negative commentary slot, bro. You doing what you doing, you getting your money, bro. Don't ever let nobody be in them comment sections saying da da da. Don't let none of that hurt your feelings, bro. Handle your business, you got it. Don't ever worry about that, DH, for real.
people, and this is definitely
Let
one of those
motherfucker in the
moments. I
comment
know the
section
internet
turn-
has
mess
cooked
your head
Jace.
up.
I know he's a hothead, but I think this situation genuinely hurt him. Can we take the internet away for a second and maybe comfort the guy? Niggas always call him a hothead. Everyone thinks he's overly negative, but low-key it's just a symptom of childhood trauma and mental issues he has. And Max, if you really feel like you don't be doing Jace dirty, how could you do this to him? Like, all stuff aside, how could you do that to someone even if the relationship is strained? It's better ways to go about it, you feel me? But I want y'all to see this clip.
I ain't gonna lie, as a grown ass man, on God, on my kids, after he hit me back up and he said the first thing on his mind was the fact that I called him an Illuminati plant, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
All
my
them jokes
God.
y'all make about me staying in the house, now I'm really about to stay in the house. I ain't about to play with that. Them niggas got trillions and trillions of dollars. They got all the money to f my life up.
Hey, like I said, a hit dog will holler. This is not the same Max sophomore DH was watching. I'm trolling, but low key, you know.
He probably just been hearing that, and then it's been messing with his head ever since. So niggas said that one time, how many ever times, and it's upsetting.
We
him.
should stay safe. But all jokes aside, this is what Jace observed after losing against 2C.
Because think about it like this: imagine you don't grind it, you don't put in all this work to figure things out, do X, Y, Z, praying out to God, please, da da da, and at the end of it, when everybody at the end, and now you getting these scenes of people saying, "Oh, you were Illuminati, you do blah blah blah," like that type of shit. I'd imagine could fuck somebody head up.
I showed humility when we first ever got into it. You gonna say we not bros? I'm the reason a lot of song wars and diss wars did the numbers they did, but we not bros. Every song wars, I brought good viral music to the table, so you kept making me the main card of them. But once I lost my first diss wars, and me crashing out did more numbers than any of those song wars combined, said, you know what? Cause at first you had me, bro. Like at first it was anytime we have Jace around, it's because he's talented. We gonna get Jace on song wars because he's talented. We gonna make him the main card because he's talented. That makes crazy music. We gonna go viral. It went from that to, oh, he just crashed out? Oh no, anytime we get Jace on stream, he needs to crash out. And we not bros? I brought you into my house, gang.
So evidently, it's deeper than what Max was saying.
It is. He said we don't talk. I'm thinking they've only talked to the times whenever they do the sophomore thing. It's like he ain't see y'all as partners like that, but I don't know. It was deeper than what it was.
And Jace was observing a shift in how he was being treated in the industry. He went from being a musician to being treated as a pawn for content. That would make me bitter too, bruh. Also, if you remember what I was saying about how Max says something along the lines of Jace is in a good mood, he might not crash, Jace ended up elaborating on that.
He muted. When he called me, he muted and said, we caught him in too good of a mood. He might not crash out. He's high chilling right now. His goal was to make me crash out. I didn't know he said that. He muted and said that. When the crack baby got off the phone after saying all that shit about my kids, then Max want to try and wrap it up. Well, yeah, all right, man. Well, yeah, that was. I guess we could call tomorrow and no. Stay on the phone. No.
So there it is. Jace explained that Max's intentions were sinister, and the whole purpose was that crash out segment, hence why he tried to wrap up the call right after. But that's everything that you need to see. There are a few more things I want to get out the way, and starting with Jace talking about his childhood.
The only thing he got accurate was that I was always in a bad mood, bruh. Because not only did I grow up poor in a dirty house, couldn't nobody come to my house, but nigga, I brought somebody to my house that I really trusted. I ain't gonna say who it was, and nigga, they went back to school and told everybody I had bed bugs. Everybody knew I had roaches. Everybody knew I had no AC. Everybody knew I was wearing the same jeans every day. I was by myself. I was cool with hood niggas. I was cool with the preppy kids. I was cool with a lot of white girls. I was cool with a lot of white boys. I was cool with a lot of black boys, black girls. I had friends. I was friends with everybody, but I was always by myself. And all the hood niggas, some hood niggas used to just be fucking goddamn me jealous. Oh my God, Jace is cocky. Jace is this. Jace is that. Nigga, why is it that I'm by myself getting made fun of for having the same clothes every day, hand-me-downs, all this shit, and you are still hating on me, my nigga. Like,
this is one of them things where you got to hear this, but you also got to think like, okay, so you saying you was always by, so every group of people couldn't officially get cool, like wasn't officially rocking with you like that. So we saying every other person was wrong. Was it that people were saying he like they saw what you saw confident, they saw his arrogance and certain things about you that people was just like, he cool, but I just can't get with it to kick it with him all the time, or like these things about him I don't really like. You gotta watch motherfuckers that say I'll be by myself, nobody rock with me. It's kind of like, because so you're saying every one of them people, everybody, all them people was something about you was just like you were always right in them situations. Everybody else, all them people was wrong. Cause I can see him and kind of see like the type of person that he might have been whenever you just on some regular, when you on some kicking it. When before everybody jumping all the fame and but whenever it was regular and everybody was chilling, I could see I feel like I could see little personality traits within him that can make people, a group of people, or person be like, he cool, but this right here, like I just can't get with to kick it all the time. So when we in front of each other, like it's cool, but if I'm with somebody else and we both had similar experiences with bro, and we're like, no, yeah, like that's the reason why I don't. Now to him, when he hear it back, it hating, when in reality this like, yeah, this I agree, this is the reason why I also don't rock with bro, because XYZ. We gotta watch these certain things, and when people say things like that, we gotta think about it. Like, was every other motherfucker was doing him dead wrong like that?
I'm showing this because I really want people to see Jace isn't just this negativity vessel. He's a real human with real feelings, and acting like he's not is gross. He grew up in a harsh environment, and how we grow up shapes us. And I'll even let you guys in on how my childhood shaped me. But that's for the end. Here's Max's apology.
I texted him and said, man to man, my bad, not cool, not gonna hit your phone about none of that. Peace and love to you and your family. Now, this is why a lot of niggas don't take accountability, because when you do, it's like, oh, haha, let me take this and now make this nigga look stupid on social media. Nigga, I'm just trying to apologize on some, I genuinely feel like I did some shit I shouldn't have did. You feel me? But it don't matter, bro. It's all about like, oh, let me win on the internet. Like,
I think the caption might be misleading because this nigga never said Jace was two-faced. But Max, you can't talk about not taking it to the internet. When you set a nigga up to get berated, gang, you don't deserve grace after that. Now, with all that being said, let's talk a little bit about the Tay situation, and let me give you guys some closing thoughts.
Sorry, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Got a lot of other videos I gotta do. Like the video, sub up, comment up, visit the channel. Oh, my battery. Lay, I appreciate it. Great for y'all. We gone. I did it, lad, though.